What's up, everybody? It is your boy Baddog here with another video. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do something I've seen some other content creators do, and that is comment on the comments. Yes, that's right. And if you like this type of video, maybe I'll do something like this a little bit more often. But you know, when you make videos on YouTube, you certainly open up the criticism. You certainly open up the triggering a bunch of trolls. And obviously, people are not going to have the most flattering things to say about you or your video, so I would like to comment on some of those today. Today, we're going to do the Philadelphia Eagles version of commenting on the comments, because let's face it, I don't know if there's a bigger fan base that's so easily triggered. A bunch of soy boys that are oversensitive, and they get so ticked off over the smallest things. They're so easy to wind up and piss off. So why not do that today? Let's look at some of the comments I got from Philadelphia Eagles fans on my last video about James Bradberry. I hope you enjoy. First comment comes from somebody by the name of Mr. Getback. And judging by the way this sentence is constructed and all the grammatical errors that go along with it, no punctuation, I would suggest maybe you should get back to school and get off the internet. But he writes, "Yo, bro, you do something, man. Stop throwing shade at our city and our team." First and foremost, I understand that the average Eagle fan has the education of that of a 7th grader. But I would think that if you're able to operate a keyboard, even if you're drooling all over it and all over yourself as you're typing, like Mr. Getback probably does, you would know what mad is. I always love when somebody tries to tell you how you're feeling on the internet. It makes me laugh. But most of you have seen my videos. You know when I'm mad, I raise my voice. I would scream and yell like most people do when they're mad. Never raised my voice. Never crescendo my voice. Never was upset in that entire video. Not mad at all, but obviously I made you mad. By the way, you commented here, and he says, "Stop throwing shade at our city and our team." A couple things about that. Number one, you can't throw shade. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You can't hold shade. Shade is not a physical object. You can't throw shade. You can cast a shadow, which would have been more appropriate if you said it that way. But regardless, yeah, I can't throw shade, and I certainly couldn't cast a shadow from here to Philadelphia. However, throwing shade is slang for talking bad. How was I talking bad about Philadelphia? I said Philadelphia fans are going to be so happy that they got James Bradberry that they would shove their face full of cheesesteak. Isn't Philadelphia known for cheesesteak? Would you rather me have said Philadelphia fans are so happy that they smacked their head in a Liberty Bell? Because I have a feeling maybe you've smacked your head a few times, again, by the way you wrote that sentence. But would you rather me said that Philadelphia is known for cheesesteaks, Philadelphia is known for the Liberty Bell and Rocky? That's really about it. Okay, there's so many other things that I could throw shade at when it comes to Philadelphia. Cheesesteaks is not one of them. And then he says, "and our team." Well, sir, either you didn't watch the video, like I said, you have a 7th grade education, or you didn't comprehend what I said. You don't know what throwing shade means. My guess is it's a combination of all three, because I do nothing in that video except for compliment the Eagles and commend them on how well they turned their team around, picked them to win 10 or 11 games this year and win the division. The only thing I said that they weren't going to do is win a Super Bowl. But if that's throwing shade, sir, maybe you ought to figure out what the term means. Like I said, maybe you ought to get back to school. But keep up the great work. I assure you do a fantastic job in real life at whatever it is you do. Yes, we're back. Different shirt, different day. Finishing off this video today. This next comment kind of cracked me up. It's not even a comment. It's a response to a comment. Because some people, man, I don't know what it is. They're just mad in general. They're mad at life. Maybe their girlfriend left them. Their boyfriend left them. Maybe their mom is kicking them out of their house, finally saying, "Go out, get a job." I don't know what the deal is. But some people are just mad in general. So Davis Sinclair writes a normal comment on the James Bradberry video. He says, "I ain't going to lose sleep on James Bradberry signing with the Eagles. It's pointless." Yeah, so he knows some of DJ's tendencies. It's not a big deal. DJ will look like a different quarterback in Brian Daboll's offense. It's a comment. It's a good comment. He's right. He will look different. It's a completely different offensive scheme. He'll look different. To which Philly Oldhead 215 replies, "Daniel Jones is not Josh Allen. Keep dreaming, loser." Again, no punctuation at all in that video. That should be 2 sentences. But I digress. Daniel Jones is not Josh Allen. At no point did Davis Sinclair compare Daniel Jones to Josh Allen. He didn't even say that Daniel Jones was going to be better under Daboll's system. He said different. Daniel Jones is different under Joe Judge's system. Any quarterback is different under a different system because there's different play calls. And again, what is even the point of this response? It's so uncalled for. Obviously, Philly Oldhead is an old, cranky, cantankerous old man that probably has a hard time getting blood down in the nether regions, and maybe he never did. I don't know, but do better, sir. I mean, there's really no reason to go around acting like this, but I'm sure that you spread joy and give puppy dogs and rainbows to children every day of your life, so keep up the good work on that front. Here's another beauteous comment, this one by Hector Baker. Hector. Well, I mean, if I was named Hector, I'd be pretty mad too. This guy comments, the new Giants, and again, not capitalizing. I mean, look at all the grammatical errors in this. What is wrong? Is it me or is it every troll or everyone that's mad at life is uneducated and doesn't do anything? Is it just me? I mean, if you're a content creator, look at your comments and look at all the negative comments and tell me how many of them are actually grammatically correct. Anyway, Hector writes, the Giants' new GM and coach are clowns with 3 clown emojis, not just one. He really wanted it across that they're clowns. Like we know what Daboll is, a head coach. He's never been a head coach. Like we know what Shane is as a GM. He's never been a GM, but they're clowns. He's got to put that in capitalization. Why? I don't know why you'd want to enunciate or draw attention to the word just like the old ones. Facts! And then he starts off the sentence with facts, which would be another sentence. A facts would be one word sentence. They should change their name, which at least he got the correct word there right, to the Saturday Night Live football team. That's not even funny. Like, if you're going to troll the Giants, who have been a clown show organization, and there's no question about it, at least come up with something intelligent or funny or whatever. Make me laugh. I mean, this is a really poor effort, Hector. It's not funny. 3 clown emojis don't get across any more than 1 clown emoji. But again, maybe you know something about being a clown. I really don't know. Maybe you work at McDonald's and you're friends with Ronald McDonald. Whatever it is, do better next time. Come up with something a little bit more creative than the New York Saturday Night Live football team. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever read in my life. This next comment comes from a lady by the name of DeAndre Mingo. Again, as Uncle Lou would say, I don't name these illiterate trolls. I just try to mispronounce their names the best I can. He says, Jalen Hurts will prove you wrong. I hope you remember this video. At least the punctuation's correct. There isn't a quarterback that works harder to improve. He stays out of trouble, no drama. All he does is play football. His hard work will pay off this year. Well, I mean, I would remember this video, and I'll be back here whenever. I've had a lot of bad takes in my time on YouTube, and I don't go anywhere. I'm here all the time. All the time I'm right here. But I can tell you this, DeAndre, if Jalen Hurts stinks, I guarantee you don't come back to this video and go, oh, Baddog, you were right, because these little trolls, they can always crawl back into their mom's basement, which is where they go when they're completely wrong. But let me tell you something, DeAndre, most NFL quarterbacks work extremely hard, and that doesn't mean anything. I work extremely hard at the gym, watch my diet, do everything that I can to be the best version of myself, and that's all that I'll ever be, is the best version of myself. I'm not going to go into the gym, work harder than anybody, and walk out Arnold Schwarzenegger. It doesn't work that way. Just like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts can work as hard as he wants, but at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts can only be the best version of Jalen Hurts. He's not going to be Josh Allen. He's not going to be Pat Mahomes. He's not going to be Aaron Rodgers. So it doesn't matter how hard he works, because a lot of quarterbacks work hard, including Daniel Jones, who works just as hard as anybody else. Didn't make him better. Jalen Hurts can be the best version of himself, ma'am, but he's not going to be an elite quarterback because he doesn't have the skill to do so. And that's just the way it is. This next comment obviously comes from a Harvard grad. His name is Jason Labrake. France? Bonjour, Jason. Jason Labrake. You want some croissants? Croissants le pain? You want something? Buongiorno. Je m'appelle Jason. He says another, I'm not even going to read that word because it's pointless, but he says another Giants fan that thinks the Eagles are going to win the division without having a quarterback. 3 laugh emojis. This is proof. Proof you know nothing about football. No, sir. I have about, 1,200 other videos on football that prove that I know nothing about football. Have to have the 3 laugh emojis because 1 isn't enough to get across the point. But yes, you're right. I know nothing about football. I have never seen a game. I just wear this hat. I don't even know what the NY means. I got no idea. I don't know anything about Philadelphia. Don't know the team that plays there. I'm guessing that Jason is le cowboy, le pepe le pew. This is my guess. He's a Cowboys fan because, let's face it, this comment right here got him a little bit upset. Panties in a bunch. I don't know what to tell you, lady. Listen, you're right. Proof I know nothing about football saying the Eagles are going to win the division without having, well, actually, they do have a quarterback. His name is Jalen Hurts. I'm not saying that he's a good quarterback, but they have a quarterback, if you want to get technical about it. They actually have 2 because Gardner Minshew is the backup. But you're right. I know nothing about football. The fact that the Philadelphia Eagles won 9 games last year with a team that a lot of people didn't think they'd win more or 4 or 5 with, made it into the postseason, had one of the best off seasons in the NFL this year, had a great draft, and Dallas lost some pieces going forward. They didn't look great at the end of the year. Philadelphia got better. Dallas didn't. This is why I picked Philadelphia to win the division. But you're right. I don't know anything about football. I've never seen a game. But I'm sure you do great in everyday life there, Jason LeBreak. So all I got to say is au revoir, dillhole. I saved the best for last in this video. If I had $1 for every time I read this comment when I talked about Jalen Hurts, I'd be in LeBron James's tax bracket. There's no doubt about it. But this final comment, and again, I just picked one out of here because, well, like I said, there's hundreds of these to choose from. It comes from Murphy Brown. Yes, that's right, Murphy Brown. That show really sucked, by the way. And if your real name is Murphy Brown, lady, I'm sorry. Anyway, she says, Hurts is better than the Giants pit out there. Our backup, Minshew, let me read this the way it's written. Hurts is better than the Giants pit out there. Pause. Our backup Minshew is better than the gentleman Special Jones. First and foremost, ma'am, you may want to go back to school, read a book, learn how to formulate a correct sentence, learn how to spell the word put. Learn how to put words together so that people can understand what the hell you're trying to say. His name's Gettleman. It's not Gentleman. There's nothing gentlemanly about Dave Gettleman, so I don't know what that is, and I don't know if he's special. You might be special. But let's see. Hurts is better than Jones. Let's go with that to begin with. Like I said, I get this all the time. These are the type of people that are just in life, they deflect. If you're 400 pounds, and you see someone that's 420, do you walk up to that person and go, damn, you're fat? Just because somebody's 420 pounds and you're 400, does that make you less fat? If I go up to somebody and go, damn, you got a big nose, does that make my nose any less big? Look at this thing. Look at that beak, baby. Look at the toucan I got going. Look at this. This is amazing. This is an amazing nose. It's amazing. The nose knows. But if I went up to someone and said, oh, you got a big nose, does that mean that my nose all of a sudden isn't big anymore? Or if I went up to somebody with less hair to me and goes, damn, you're bald, does that mean all of a sudden I have a full head of hair? I know these analogies are going to be a little bit too over the top for you, Murphy, because we can tell that you've obviously struggled with third grade education. But let me say this. This is the equivalent of people when I rip on Daniel Jones saying, oh, Daniel Jones is better than you, as if the bar for an NFL quarterback being good is being better than Baddog. So what you're saying, and the hundreds of other people that have given me this comment about Hurts being better than Daniel Jones, when I never mentioned Daniel Jones in the video at any point, makes no sense. None. Again, these are the type of people that deflect. They get caught doing something wrong, and they're going to turn around and tell and go, he's doing it too. The fact that Daniel Jones isn't good does not make Jalen Hurts better. You're comparing Jalen Hurts to the bottom-level quarterback, one of the bottom-level quarterbacks in the league. You don't compare him to Dak Prescott. You don't compare him to Justin Herbert. You're not comparing him to Joe Burrow. You're not comparing him to Pat Mahomes. You're not comparing him to Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. You're comparing him to Daniel Jones. By somehow saying Hurts is better than Jones, somehow this makes Eagle fans feel better that, oh, well, he's better than Daniel Jones. That doesn't make him good. So I don't understand this comment. I'll never understand this comment. But again, this is the best argument that some of these people have to come up with. And obviously, as you can see by Mrs. Brown's sentence there, Mrs. Brown has a lot more problems to worry about than Daniel Jones or Jalen Hurts being worse than Daniel Jones. So I don't know what to tell you, lady, but good luck with your future endeavors. I'm sure that you'll be a successful fry cook at McDonald's someday if you work really hard. So there you have it. Comment on the comments. If you've made it this far in this video, shout out to you for watching a long video. I do appreciate it. If you really like what I did, hey, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell. You know what I'm saying? If you like it, let me know in the comment section. If you want me to do more of these, I'm not going to be able to do them every day or every week. Obviously, I have to go through a lot of comments, and don't sit there and make a stupid troll comment just hoping I read it, because I'm not necessarily going to read it if I know that you're absolutely trolling. But if you like what I do, make sure you leave a like, share the video out. And like I said, let me know if you want me to do more of these in the future, because I think it's been pretty fun. Philadelphia Eagles are definitely a special breed of fan. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. It's a bad diggy dizzle. I'm out. Peace.